We are taking the ferry to Bloom Island, my truly no car build in the Skyline6 European Adventure collaboration. Enjoy! To me as I approach building this area that where the ferry came into really felt like a bit of the hub of the town, because everything else is going to be very spread out. Of course, there's going to be no cars at all, so it's very walkable. So if you're walking down to transportation, that's where you might want to find some of these types of buildings where you've got a cafe, a restaurant, a little grocery store, maybe an outdoor market, and another place to eat. So the reason I selected these is they just felt like gathering places where you could come grab something that you needed, but also a lot of people will be walking by these, as I imagine some people might be daily commuters to the city, or they might go to the city once a week or once every other week. So also just kind of made sense to make this ferry area kind of feel like the little, kind of like a mini downtown of this tiny island. So let me go ahead and get this all detailed up, and then we'll move on to our next important piece that is really going to be the center of this little community. As I was putting this area together, I was really thinking about outdoor seating and just creating a vibe. I really do want this to kind of be a bit of a gathering place for the town. So just trying to make this feel really good. And even though there's a road here, I did want this to be very clear that this was no cars, pedestrian street, and there are no cars on the island. So I don't even put down any service buildings. So there's absolutely no cars on this island, and I was very happy I was able to make that work. So yeah, just adding in more seating, just making this feel like a place you want to come down, grab a bite to eat, get a coffee, and just enjoy. So it just made sense to have, again, this kind of court area by the main source of transportation in and out of the town, and I think it turned out really cute. then I turned my attention to this adorable little path that's going from our ferry up the hill. There's going to be something up here that's going to really be a centerpiece for the town that I'm very excited about. So I really do want to make this path feel very significant and give it lots of detailing love. Okay, so I found this adorable stone church on the workshop. It is the cutest thing. It is the perfect building to be the centerpiece of this little town, or village actually, and I'm just so excited about this. It is absolutely perfect. So let's get this all detailed up and looking super cute. Okay, I really like how that side of the church is kind of blending in with the hill and the landscaping. We have this little ledge here, and I know we have these olive trees that have like a bit of the root sticking out. I think those will look really good positioned on this hill, and then just bring in a lot of little grasses and kind of blend this area out. Okay, and I think a little house or two here would be really cute. So let's just move it and bring this up. Oh, I love this little house. This is adorable. Let's grab another one here. And we'll just move it. Bring this to the right height. Yeah, these are really cute. Oh, I like these a lot. Okay, as I am doing this, I am making sure wherever we have cliff face that we are putting fencing, definitely for safety, but also for aesthetics, and just really trying to give each little place or grouping of houses that I put in, just give them kind of like their own little yard area, a little bit of space, and just making it feel like somewhere you would want to live. Okay, we're back up at our church, and I don't want to continue the fencing at this point. I really want to bring in some of these really beautiful bushes here and just bring in some nice flowers, and then potentially add in a fountain or a bench or something on this side of the church here. Okay, so far I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving how this is coming together. I just like how this feels. Oh, I'd want to live here. This is so adorable. Okay, let's start to think about this little land here as we approach the bridge. I think we can do some more cute little houses in this area and maybe one more little shop. So let's just add in couple little houses and bring in some more landscaping and just make it feel really cozy. So most of you that are familiar with how I like to build, you know I kind of have a tree palette, so I always have a small section of trees I like to use for one area just to kind of bring in a certain vibe and consistency. So there are already a lot of trees on the island. I'm not going to go and delete them all. I will remove some and then add in the trees that I'm really focusing on this build just to kind of help blend things out. And I really wanted to delete those extra trees here because I wanted to preserve the view. If you were living in these little houses right here on the edge, a benefit would be your view down to the water. So I want to make sure that's a nice clear shot from the little backyards here. And I think we could bring in some sort of little eatery or coffee shop here. I think that could be really cute here as you're walking across the bridge to the other side. I feel like that would just be really helpful to have. This is a good little spot for a little tiny commercial building. So I'm gonna lower these to bushes, that way I can see what I'm doing, and then when I'm done detailing, I'll put back the trees. Okay, I like how this little area near the bridge turned out. We're gonna go back to the palette of trees that I'm using and just bring them in to kind of like frame this area. Again, I do want everything to feel, you know, this isn't a type of build where you want everything spaced out because you are dealing with a small space. So everything is really tight and together, kind of similar like you would have in a urban area where everything is like right next to each other, but it's all single homes because they're just packed in tightly on this little island. So then I'm just taking again more of the palette I'm using of these grasses and the trees I'm using just to kind of fill in this side across from the church. And then I'm thinking over here on this corner we could have another commercial building here, and of course we'll pack in our houses. We can go a little bit bigger here on the cliff's edge, which I really like, because I do want a mix of like 1x1s and 2x2s and 1x2s. I think that's gonna look really nice, but I do still want to keep everything pretty tiny. Yeah, I really like these grasses. I think I'm going to use them everywhere on this build. They're really nice. Even though they're called weeds, they don't look like weeds to me. They just look like kind of a bit tall, unkept grass. Almost like a bit of a meadow type feel, which I really like. So we're going to just lean into that. Okay, this little corner is right above our ferry, right next to the church, still kind of like this center little hub of town. So I do think a little miniature farmer's market, just a single stall, is perfect for here in this area. So again, we're just gonna bring in some landscaping, some more grasses, and a few little homes in this area. Again, this is gonna kind of be our vibe, packing things in, but lots of nice detailing as well. We do have the few commercial buildings here, but I also do want to bring in some of these brick industrial buildings. I love them so much. They're really going to fit in with the vibe. They're going to feel very historical and old, which I really like, and they'll give practical use, places for people to work, but I'm kind of imagining them as they've been kind of repurposed. Maybe some have become like a little artist loft for an artist who comes and wanted to move here to live on the island. So I think I'm going to put a small little grouping of them here around this corner, and I think it's going to end up looking really cute. Okay, I love the idea of this kind of like outdoor seating next to this brick building. Again, we can imagine that this industrial building has now been repurposed to something a bit more kind of cute and trendy for the island. And you've got this lovely seating with this great view. Yeah, I think this is really cute. Okay, I kind of want to pull in a little bit larger of a brick building. This is kind of like this corner opportunity, which I like. I think it's a good place to bring in a little bit of height to the area. Yeah, I really like this. And you can imagine, again, that this building is being repurposed and reused in some way, which I think would be really nice. I kind of like this little corner of industrial that we're pulling in here. I'd love to bring in an office, but I don't think there's anything that's going to really fit with the vibe. So maybe we go with another little commercial building here. Yeah, maybe a little coffee shop. Oh, that could be really cute here. Okay, let's roll with that. Okay, let's change the lighting here. I really want to see what we're looking at. Oh, this is really cute. Okay, I like how this little spot turned out. A little bit of commercial there, the industrial. I think that's going to be a good amount for this area, kind of up here on the hill, because you do want a few things up here so you don't have to walk all the way down to the ferry. Not that that's ever going to be that far. It's a very walkable island. All right, I'm just going to add in some more of these lovely grasses, some of my tree palette, and a couple more houses in this area. Yeah, this is turning out really cute. Okay, right here on this kind of corner as we're making the turn, I want to find the perfect building to be a bed and breakfast. I feel like this is perfect little spot. You can walk just down the way there to the little coffee shop, and I think it's like a good little corner. I'm gonna move those bushes so I can see what I'm doing, but let's give this a name. About the joyful B&B, perhaps? I like that's cute. I love a good bed and breakfast. Oh, I like this building a lot. This is gonna look really, really nice. Okay, let's give this some details and some purpose and really kind of make it feel a bit more like a bed and breakfast. Okay, I do think this is the perfect spot to bring in a little viewing deck. If you're staying at the bed and breakfast, you can just walk right across and have this lovely view. I think this is perfect. And then we'll bring in some outdoor tables here. Oh, I love this so much. Super cute. And how many times can Joy say cute? We need a bigger vocabulary for describing the cuteness of things. I really like how the little B&B turned out. Very nice. It's cute. Okay, so like I said, I don't want any service buildings on this island because I don't want anything that would like create a car to pop up, because I don't want to like visually see a car in this area. But I do think this little community elementary school and the historical library just feel like they belong here. I love this little corner here up at the top. I feel like this is a really good spot for it. So let me just move it and get a few things in place, and then we'll bring in all the details. Okay, I think I want to remove most of these trees. They're blocking this beautiful view, and then I also think this might be, I do want a few spots on the island where there is water or beach access, and I feel like this is just calling out for a nice little windy path down the hill. I think this is gonna work really well. Oh, I love this already. Let's just bring this down. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really cute. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, I really want a few spots where people that live on the island or those that are visiting can come down and have access to the water. If you're living on an island, that's a key. You want to be able to get down and have a swim. So I think we can do a lot with this area. I definitely still want it to feel very nature. I don't want it to feel like manicured beach, at least on this little spot. So maybe a little less of a swimming hole and just more coming down to the water. But, you know, you could swim in the water here too, I guess. It does look a little murky. Okay, so let's bring in some fencing here, safety first, and maybe a little bit of tables or benches for viewing in the area, and just kind of bring this all together with some details, and then we will bring that detailing down to the water. Oh, I like this one better. Let's kind of make this one kind of larger park area. I think this is gonna work out well. Okay, let's get in. Can I fit in one more of these? I think I can. I love putting these all together and kind of making a bit of a bigger park space. Yeah, let's do the basketball court. Okay. Yeah, I like this a lot. And then it just feels like kind of all one larger park area. For all of our kids that happen to live on the island, which probably won't be a lot, but there'll be a little. So I think it's good to have the library in the elementary school. And the library will be nice for everyone to use. Okay, let's make this look a bit nicer. Here we go, pull that around that way. Yeah, I think that's walkable. That will work. What else do we want to bring in here? Just thinking, maybe some of these. Just a nice spot that you can sit and enjoy this view. So let me get some of this detailing done. Okay, I really like the meadow vibe we have coming down to the water. That feels really good to me. Still a lot of lush greenery, but your view's not obstructed. So I think down here, a couple little tables and chairs. Some of these lovely little lounge chairs would be really cute too, just to kind of create a little vibe of come down here and enjoy the water. Not too much, but a little bit here and there. Yeah, I think this works out really well. Okay, let's do like a table or two, and then some umbrellas. I think this is going to be very cute. It's going to look really nice, I think. It'll be a good place for people on the island to utilize when the weather's nice. Okay, and there's this little valley, so I think we can bring through a lovely little dirt path to connect over to this other side of the island, and then I think this whole entire valley can be just a big meadow, again leaning into those tall grasses and the lovely little lavender bushes. I feel like it just gives that really lovely meadow vibe, which I'm absolutely obsessed with this build. Okay, I think that turned out perfectly. Now, I'm thinking we have this bed and breakfast here. We have this lovely lookout, but we could also pull in one of those tiny parks and do the little garden, the little community garden. Oh, I think that's perfect there. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, let's bring in some details and pull this all together. And then I want to work on a lovely path because we've got the perfect spot for another viewpoint. The other thing I want to create is just like a nice little loop on this point. So if someone did want to just take a really nice short walk from the Airbnb, they could just kind of loop around and take that short walk. There is that longer walk through the meadow that you could come up, but that would be it'd be a good walk, especially for someone, you know, maybe an older person who's not looking to do that big hill near the elementary school. So this could just be a really nice recreational walk and also just give access to a really pretty viewpoint here where they'll be able to see other parts of this city and town, and as it develops, all these other builders build around this area, which is like so fun. This is such a fun project, building with other people. It's just, I don't know, it's so fun. You guys know I love this. Love the collabs. Okay, I think this is another perfect beach point. Like, we've got all this lovely beach here, so I think we can do something really cute here and kind of like lean into some more beach chairs and loungy type vibe on this side. Okay, now it's time for our lookout point. Oh, this is perfect. I'm so excited about this. Yeah, you can get such a nice view of so much from this area. This is gonna be really, really nice. Okay, let's bring in some more landscaping and make this area feel complete. Okay, I'm intentionally leaving the internal part of this path just completely flat, just completely green. There's not really a good other spot on the island for a good, nice, flat patch like that where you could lay out a blanket or maybe throw a ball or frisbee. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. And then on this side, we definitely need to bring in more landscaping. So on this side of the island, I don't think there's anything else that we really need to build or create, but I do want to bring in some landscaping to this area. Okay, that was a lot, but I really feel like now this first part of the build is done. This island is complete. I really love how it turned out. I hope you guys do too. And now we're gonna move over to the second part of the build. Okay, we are now over on the mainland with that cute little stone church I got from the workshop. There's actually two pieces to it and you could place them together. I like the idea of splitting them up and using this piece as the centerpiece or the anchoring point of our mainland here. So let me just get this all detailed up. Okay, and across from the church, this little section will kind of be like our little kind of downtown, if you will, for this part of the mainland. So I'm just gonna bring in a few little things, not too much, because mostly this will just be houses over here on the mainland. So I think just bringing in a few things in this area. I'd like to bring in a little bit more of the commercial, like the brick commercial, or the brick industrial again, and just a couple little commercial buildings, and then maybe a hotel. So let me just see what I can put together here in this area and just kind of make this corner kind of like the the little busy hub of our mainland here. Okay, so this is definitely where I want to bring in our hotel into this area. I do like this one. Yeah, this looks really nice. Because we do have the Airbnb, or the, not the Airbnb, the bed and breakfast on the island there. So I think it'll be fun to have the hotel here. Just kind of in this main little hub of this little island, our mainland village we have. The great thing about these tiny parks, well, there's so many great things about these tiny parks, but they work a good bit of the way off the road. Yes, I knew this would work. So then we can make this like the nice landscaped area behind the hotel with this cute little gazebo. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm trying to find the right building. Oh yes, this one has like kind of a nice old stone vibe to it. I love the stairs out back, and we can do the same thing with one of the other parks, I think, and that was gonna look really, really cute. Okay, I'm gonna fix the lighting here so we can see what we're doing. Actually, why don't we put this out front? Little newspaper stand. Oh, that's cute. Let's do that. And then I bet we could find a little 1-by-1 house that would just be perfect just to add here. Oh yes, this one. I love this one. Because even though it's a house, you could see it definitely could be like a little gift shop. Like it has a nice little cute vibe like that. So, and same with this house right next door. It could definitely be like a gift shop or a couple little shops. It really kind of has that vibe. So I really kind of like that, rounding out our little downtown area. Okay, and this is the first time we've really had some good space, so I like the idea of using a little bit of these larger lots here on the mainland, giving a bit more spaces in between the houses than we did on our initial island. It's giving things a little bit more room. So let's detail these up and kind of make each one have their own unique vibe and feel to them. Okay, I like how those all turned out. Again, giving a bit more space in between the houses and giving them each a little bit of a unique feel. I want to bring our fence around here for safety, and I think here we could just do some landscaping with some nice big bushes and rocks, and I think that'll work really well in this area. Okay, and right on this edge, I already know what building I want. I want the grouping of A-frame homes because I want to make this our like Airbnb property. You know, it's got like 3 units. It's got a great view. We've got a lot of yard space to enjoy. So I think this is going to end up being perfect. So this will be our official Airbnb that you can come rent if you want to come stay here. So therefore we have the bed and breakfast, we've got the hotel, and then we've got the Airbnb. So all the different types of accommodations if you want to come visit Bloom Island. All right, let's get this all looking super, super, you guessed it, cute. And here's a little fun fact for anyone watching. I actually live in an A-frame home. It's more of kind of a cabin vibes. These are really nice A-frame homes with like these big windows and whatnot. Mine's definitely more rustic, but I absolutely love living in a triangle-shaped house. It feels like you live in a hug. That's the best way I can describe it, and it's awesome. So if you ever have the chance to like rent one, like a lot of them are rented out as Airbnbs and stay in one, do it. There's just something about an A-frame. It's pretty magical. So let's go ahead. We're gonna call this the Joyful Airbnb, of course, and let's give this a few more final details. Again, I pulled in the meadow vibes. I really like that. I'm just gonna be using that throughout. I feel like it just works really well for the area. So on this curve here, we're just gonna keep on just selecting some cute looking houses. Try to use ones that we haven't used so far. And again, a little bit more space and just kind of try to make them look a little bit unique. I don't know why I'm always drawn to like putting something kind of community oriented when roads meet like this and you kind of have a dead end. So I definitely want to put our little community garden here and just make a little park right here for this area of our little mainland. Even though we do kind of have a similar park down by the Airbnb, I feel like putting something up here, again, more park space is always a good thing in my mind. Okay, this is a bit of a crazy idea. This doesn't conform to terrain, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, with Move It, this does fit in here. Because again, on this mainland, I don't want to have too many homes. I just want to have a sprinkling of the homes. So I love the idea of having like this, a bit of a larger park space here, even though we have this little park we just designed. Yeah, I'm okay with this area just being a park. We can just bring in some landscaping. We've got another little tiny mini valley here, so we can definitely do another like grouping of meadows. Yeah, we can make this really, really cute. Okay, and opposite the park, I think we just pull in a few little houses, some little one-by-ones, nothing too fancy, and just a little bit of landscaping. Let's just keep the park theme going in this tiny little corner here. We haven't done like the outdoor gym thing, so I kind of like having this in this area. I think it'll just kind of be a nice endpoint to this little valley curve here across from the park. And it's nice that it's by this walking path that connects the two pedestrian roads, which means it's pretty accessible from anywhere on this little mainland area. And we all need some sort of outdoor gym or some sort of gym, but the outdoor, when you got nice weather like this, why not? Okay, and up and across from the park, I've just selected a few little mix-matched homes that kind of fit but don't fit, which I kind of really like. And again, I'm just giving them space in between. They're not too crowded, and then we can just do some really cute detailing on each of these just to make them all feel unique. Okay, let's fix this lighting again so we can see what we're doing. And I think again, just pulling from the little 1x1s and maybe some 2x2s, just some really cute little spots here. I love these little tiny homes. I mean, these could even be like seen as like little rental cabins here in this little corner, which is nice because you're right next door to that little outdoor gym and the park. Be a cute little place for like little rental cabins. So I love that idea. Okay, this is the corner where you could walk right down and you'd be at the little church. I kind of want a larger, meatier house for the corner here because I feel like this would be like a prominent. Yeah, I love that. Let's pick a few more that are a bit more substantial. Oh yes, I like this very much. Okay, this feels good to me because if you were walking up the hill from the church, you would see this house here, and I think it's like just good to have a bit of a more upscale, a little bit fancy statement there, and it's like a really good location. Good spot to live too. I like this a lot. This is really blending in so nicely. The hodgepodge mix of all the different houses, I think actually really worked out much better than I thought it would. Okay, a bit more detailing here just to blend this out. Again, going with our meadow vibes. And then we're gonna move on to the last project, which I'm really excited about. So where I live in the Pacific Northwest, lavender farms, they're not like so common that they're everywhere, but they're pretty easy to find. I love going to them. You can pick your own like lavender. It's such a fun experience. It's such a good time. So I thought what we'd do is pick one of these hotel buildings to be, yeah, this has a farmhouse vibe. So this will be like the farmhouse for the lavender farm, but it's also could be like a little gift shop area downstairs. Like, I think it's super cute. And so then on the rest of this hill up here, we are going to create a lavender farm, which I am so excited about. Okay, I think we can use details to really make this come together. It looks a little disjointed right now. Doesn't feel like much, but I think some fencing, a couple props. We need oh yeah, one of these will work. This will be so cute. Okay, I think we can definitely do that. Let's just get these trees out of the way so we can see what we're doing. Oh, this is a cute building. Okay, farm stand, we definitely need that. I think we need another farm building too. Oh, I love this though. This is looking so cute. Let's see if we kind of, that's too big. kind of nice. Maybe it's too big though. I mean, it's got a good farm vibe to it. I don't know, I think it's too big. I think we need something a little bit smaller. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, I think some landscaping around this, and I think little fencing, and I think everything's gonna come together perfectly for Joy's lavender farm. The joyful lavender farm. I love it. It's so cute. And I know I've said cute 1,000 times in this video, but I just love cute things. I love making things really just cute. That's my whole vibe. It's my whole vibe. Okay, I like this. We can come here, grab a little snack or a little food. We can imagine this is a Joy's taco truck because we don't have that in this project. But yeah, I really like this. You can come spend the afternoon at the lavender farm. This makes me so happy. Okay, I really like the vibe here. I like how this turned out. I'm very happy. Okay, so the thing that I want to do, I need to make sure I go mark a bunch of things historical, just in case. I can't remember if with the thing that we have. So I'm gonna quick do that, and then we have a few more touches to do, and then we'll wrap up with some nice first-person view and cinematics. So I want to see people walking down here, so we are going to grab a little park asset here, and we'll just use move it to put this into place here, and that way we see people walking down to the beach, which I very much always appreciate. We're going to do the same thing over here again because I want to see people walking over to this area. Okay, final piece. I want someone who lives on Bloom Island who does not own a car to be able to get to each of the areas that are built so far. So we have the ferry going over to Lord Kevin of the dog. But what I'm doing is I'm putting in an express bus that goes straight from the ferry to the train station. So it doesn't make any stops at all. And this is just going straight from the ferry to the train station. Let's do the double-decker bus, because why not? Because it's cute. Okay, so we have that set up. So that means, boom, you can get there. So now we have Raid's build. And Raid had mentioned in her episode that a train station was needed, and there is quite a bit of traffic, so I do think that's a really good idea. And then again, you can get over here without a car. So let's put in a train station. And of course, I can't just leave the train station barren. I do have to do a touch of detailing, kind of create a little place where you can get your coffee, get a little something at the little farmer's market stand here, park your car. So I'm just gonna do a smidge touch of detailing, and this section is really nicely ready for someone if they want to do something with it. And then they can feel free to change up the detailing in this area if they need to make it match another aesthetic, but I couldn't leave it bare. Okay, there we go. We have a little bit of a train station, so that works. Okay, so then what we need to do is make sure we pull in our train line, so that way again you can come all the way here without a car. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. I'm gonna change out these trees here, and again, whoever, if you build in this area, you can change out the road, the trees, the detailing, whatever you need to, move the train station. That's totally fine. Okay, so I think also that's kind of a far walk from the train station. So I think if we just put a little bus that maybe just comes through town. I don't think I want to go all the way up to the wedding venue. I think I just want to come into town here. So maybe we just do that, and then we add a little stop here. And then of course we've got to do a double decker. Okay, this will work. And again, all this can change if someone wants to change it. No worries there. I'm just making it so you can get around with the car. And then this goes all the way into Fly's build, which when you get off the train, there's this really lovely bridge that has biking, and there's nice accessible walking across the bridge. So you can get everywhere without a car, which is fantastic. Next Sunday, same time, Jukubo is up next in our European adventure. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time.